Hey world, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Courtney Gravers and this is my story. So, as you know, I just released a new video with Bear Crop Media and it was amazing. Go check it out. And basically it was a day in my life and it was 10 hours filming. And it was a beautiful done project, but it was only 10 hours of my life. And I have 24 years to tell my stories. So I wanted to sit down and tell a story time, how I got here. And just the challenges, the tribulations, the fears, the love, and so much more. So, I was born in Long Island, and I was acting totally normal until my mom saw my head not raising enough, like my cousins. So that was probably 1996. I was born in 94. So yeah, so my mom went to numerous doctors and they really couldn't tell my mom the diagnosis or whatever she was looking for. So they did know that I had muscular dystrophy and that weakens my muscles as I age. And yeah, so I mean, I started doing every normal kid's day. I went to normal elementary school, and when the really tough part of my life hit, it was middle school, because the middle school was so gigantic and my body couldn't handle walking probably 2 miles per day. And my mom got me a scooter and I was so mad about it. And I was like, I'm not driving that, blah, blah. Anyway, I drove it and it really let my independence go, and that was my life until college. I transferred high school because my parents got divorced. My dad was an alcoholic. That's a whole other videos to talk about. But yeah, my parents got divorced and I went to North Shore High School and I graduated and I went to Nassau Community College. And I was mad about that because all of my friends were going to private schools and schools that I wanted to go to, but my mom didn't want me to go to college alone. So that's where the real life started happening. I couldn't drive. I had a caregiver that drove me and basically in my house for 24 hours a day. And it was really something to get used to and figure out the world independence while growing up so surrounded by peers and mentors that helped me. And then when I was 18, it's the real world. So I headed off to community college for 2 years. That was hard because I was my own advocate. I had to be my own advocate because no one was fighting for me. So I had to do all the bitching. And I got my way. And I made a deal with my mom that if I went to Nassau for 2 years, that she would send me to my whatever school I picked out. And I was really doing my research, and I wanted to go to Florida, and I applied for like, I think 4 schools in Florida, all got declined. So I'm like, damn, like, what do I do? And I heard of this really awesome university, UT, University of Tampa, that my friends were going, and I heard about it, and I looked at it, and I submitted my application that day, and they got back to me like probably like 24 hours the next day. Like, you got accepted. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, Mom, go to Florida. And my mom was like, okay. So anyway, that summer, I think it was my sophomore college year, I had to get basically a feeding tube in me because my stomach shut down due to the stress and just dealing with my family and just all things that combined and basically did a lot of damage. So that's when marijuana became my best friend, because I was not going to throw up every day for the rest of my life. So so I was probably a pothead there on, and it helped me in so many ways. I can do a video about that more. And yeah, so I was all ready to go to Tampa, and I took an Amtrak train to Florida with my mom and my friend, and I was living the dream, literally thriving. And 8 months later, my friend bailed on me in Tampa. So that was when my life was like, oh shit, I'm alone in Tampa without my family, and my friend is going back to New York. So thankfully my mom sold her house in New York and moved down to Tampa. So I went to school again, and it was a horrible semester. I had the bronchitis, and I was put on so many drugs, and I ended the semester in 2016, and I was just hanging out with my girlfriend, and I went to bed, and 2 hours later I woke up and I was like, Mom, I'm having a heart attack. And basically, the story from there on, I had a stroke, I lost my ability to speak, write, read for probably a year. But I pushed through, and that's why I'm here to tell you guys that you can do it, because I did it, and I was really, really in denial for about a year and just wanted my old life to go back to the way it was, and it didn't. And I think God blessed me, because I'm doing so many great projects and working with people, but I have to remember that I have a disease, that my body needs rest, and I can't go out like the normal 24-year-old. I have to stay in bed or drink water, and it's gotten my body like really rambled and kind of upset, but I think now I'm just going with it. Yeah, so that's basically my story in a 10-minute video. If you want to know, drop any questions and answers or whatever you want to say in the comments section, and like it and subscribe. I can't wait to be back here. This is my new office that I had for like 2.5 months, but I didn't use from till now. But yeah, it's really awesome, and can't wait to get back to you. Bye guys.